Ask what elements make up the potency program. I'll tell you. Exclusion of organic causes. I will send you to various specialists to ensure that there is no organic cause for your partial impotence. This is usually the case. Measurement. I will send you an Excel spreadsheet that you need to start maintaining from day one to see how much you have progressed. This is extremely important. During my sexual therapy, I found that simply maintaining the spreadsheet, I restored some men's potency. Schedule. You need to think about which hour of your day you can fit the practice into. At the beginning, it won't be an hour, but gradually, it will become that much time spent with it. Prepare for this. Testosterone. It's worth reading everything about testosterone. I've compiled the most useful information, both pros and cons. There are many misconceptions here as well, but I won't go into that now. The next spiritual guidance will also be about drawing your attention to a phenomenon you might never have thought of, which distances you from a rock-hard erection, and that is envy. If you envy anything from another person, it will not manifest in your life. The next day, I will provide a solution for overcoming envy. The following day will be about sleep, discussing how crucial it is for erections, and if you can't sleep well and satisfactorily, you will naturally receive advice on it. Then there will be a discussion about understanding women, which I have mentioned many times. This is so important that we will deal with this topic for 4 days. On one hand, to work through the traumas you may have suffered from various women, not just in relationships, and this could have been anyone else, not just your ex-partner. Many therapists stop at processing traumas and do not deal with taking responsibility. This is already an extremely strong, serious lesson. So you also need to consider when you have caused at least self-harm to others, which can affect your sexual life. We will talk about neurobiological rewiring, meaning we will regenerate your damaged brain cells with a method that will be surprisingly pleasant and enjoyable. I have noticed that this is one of the most impactful among all the lessons. There will be motivation, of course. There will be a new form of exercise that men generally don't like, but it is essential for potential to be realized, and that is walking. I will provide various special instructions for this. I will address the love of the penis through 2 educational materials. Seemingly, every man loves his own tool, but this is not so universal, and I provide a solution for this as well. We continue with a strengthening diet, and it's no coincidence that I don't start with this, because it's not the most important. There will be a special lesson on the role of aggression, which often surprises many, as it is also necessary for potency. In a certain sense, I am taking years. We will discuss the hidden subconscious misogyny, which naturally hinders erection. We will talk about the rejection of the male role. Of course, I will not only discuss these with you, but also offer solutions for everything. So this is practically a self-therapy. It will include emotional intelligence development, which is extremely important for potency, especially if it has been damaged before. I say this because if someone were to ask why the neighbor Sanyi has such good potency, even though his emotional intelligence is practically non-existent, I would say that some people manage this naturally, but if potency has been damaged, you will certainly need these elements to recover. In the following materials, we will discuss the defense mechanism, which might be unnecessary by now, but is still present and prevents you from achieving an erection. Additionally, you will need to exercise. This will accompany you from the very beginning. For this, you will need to acquire a pit bull. And if you really don't want to or can't exercise, then I'll provide a rather funny alternative. So even the lazy ones have hope that they can complete this program. And of course, we must also talk about female libido deficiency, so again about women, because For potential, it wouldn't hurt to have a partner with whom you can experiment to see if it works. Since porn addiction also causes problems with erection, I will touch on this topic as well. I won't go into it too deeply, as I have already written a book about porn addiction, but you will naturally receive it along with the program, as well as my second book, which contains various arousal and pleasure techniques. Let's meet under the auspices of the Potential Program. Look it up. I'll help you. This program has worked for many. I trust it will work for you too. Martina Somorjai, sexologist. Make sex better how?